Hey, man.
Oh man.
All right, what's good, everybody? BroTalkTV.com. We are in the mix.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's poppin'?
Now, this one is a very, 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 very special segment. Everybody always sending us requests, sending us all types of emails and comments and chats. And this one is dedicated specifically just for you. Stephen Ray got a gang of questions that y'all ask, and we're gonna answer them live on it, all right, on the air. So let's do this. First off, I want to say, Steve, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty well, man. I can't complain. You guys know that I'm one of the farthest part of the bros that live up north, so I'm cold in this 32-degree weather. See, I got this jacket on because it's chilly.
Oh, I
All right,
thought
but
you were just being stylish.
well, that too. But everything's good, man.
That's what's up. And my boy Jay, how you feeling?
No, I'm chilling always. Ain't
Always.
nothing else to say.
Chilling.
Always chilling. And then
Always
my boy
chilling,
Ray.
man.
What's the deal, Ray?
Yo!
Mhm.
You know what it is, man. It's your boy Ray. I got a jacket on and I'm not chilly at all. I just thought it looked good. So
That's what's up. So, Steve, I'm gonna let you kick this off since you got it right now.
All right, man. So to our viewers and our listeners, Bro Talk or Ask the Bros, right? So we have a host of questions that Alex mentioned that's coming directly from our viewers and listeners. These questions, there's no boundaries here. So we're going all over the place with these questions, but we're going to have an opportunity to answer them. So first question, and these are anonymous. If they have a name that they put there, we'll read them out, but you had the option. First one, it says, are there any men out there that still open doors and give flowers? Or better question, do women care about that stuff anymore? Right? I can't really answer the question for women. I do know, however, that there are some women that says, I don't like flowers. Somebody give me flowers, I'm just gonna put it in the garbage because it's gonna die anyways. Pretty harsh, but I've heard women say that. For me, I really think opening the door for a woman, buying flowers, and just opening the car door for them, that's still in my DNA. There's not a lot of people, not a lot of guys out there that does it. And I noticed that a lot of guys, women open the door for them. Things have changed. I
nice.
still think that there's women out there that actually may appreciate it, and I think that there's guys that may appreciate it too. Ray,
Next.
I'll give it to you.
Go
Oh,
ahead, Ray.
Jay, my bad, man.
Nah, Ray, you got it,
Okay,
So chivalry is an art, I think, but I don't believe it's dead just yet. So one of the things that I'm married, so one of the things that surprised my wife and everyone around us when we first met was I would always, just like Steve, I gotta hold the door, not just for her, specifically for her, but also for any other elderly person, any other lady walking behind. Guy comes by. I mean, it's just manners. Like, yo, you coming through? Just a simple having good manners. I think is what it really comes down to. And sometimes it's one of the things that gets lost in transition. To this day, if I hold the door, for my wife, they immediately are like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I don't see that anymore. Like, it's so rare that you see that." And I'm saying to myself, like, this is what I was raised, to do. Like, why is it so strange? But it's funny you said that thing about the rose or about the flowers, because I also have that where people have told me, women have told me they don't like receiving flowers because they feel like every time they receive flowers is because something bad happened.
what?
so so they connect
Okay.
the two. Like, oh, he cheated, so here come the flowers.
Oh man, we can never get a
Oh,
break.
someone
I
passed away,
see.
so here come the flowers. So they don't like flowers. I can't say for all women, but I got the same kind of experience as you, brother. They don't seem to want them from
Uh,
me.
all right,
All
Jay,
right.
what you saying, man?
Man, I will say chivalry is not dead. But I think men got lazy, to be honest. And women just don't care at this point. But I feel like there are women out there that like it. I still do. I still hold the door. I still do all those things that you should do. But I agree with you guys when you guys say that some women don't like flowers, but I also say that when you're in an argument with your lady, I think it's best to bring flowers because it makes them feel better. It sounds weird because some women be like, hell no, like I don't want that. But then there's some women who really appreciate it and say, oh, he really cares. So, and a lot of men don't show their sensitive side, so that's why. So
It makes
that's
sense.
really
Alex, what you saying, man?
I'm gonna agree with the dog.
Stop talking, right? That's what he said.
This is a sensitive subject, and I don't want to answer it wrong. So, my opinion is go based off of what your woman prefer. You know, sometimes we like to do things that is standard across the board, and we believe that that is the best route to go. But then
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to cut you off, Alex, but I don't know if I'm the only one. We can't really hear you too well.
Can you hear me better?
There you go.
It is, man. Yeah.
Okay, my bad, man.
I don't want to miss this wisdom.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, I feel like make sure you ask your woman what is it that she likes. And like just like what you said, Ray, some women, they'll take roses and they'll be like, oh, he did something. That's why he's doing this. And it's just, you know, it's every person has a different love language. So you just got to really kind of find out what your woman's love language is. And when you find that out, then you know how to cater to her. Because, you know, the open doors and all that might be cool. But if you a bad dude and you a trash type of guy and you still opening the door, then there's nothing special about it. So it's all about, you know, that person and what they agree to.
All right. I feel you on that. Definitely feel you on that. I got another one. So this one, the topic is tell us your secrets. This one's going a little way left. It says, I love a woman, but I'm married to a man.
Wait, what?
So this is the topic. Tell us your secret.
I need context. Is this
that's
a woman?
all I got, man. It says
yeah.
I'm married to a woman. I love women, but I'm married to a man.
So this is a woman saying this or a man?
I think it's a woman.
I think
it's a woman.
Yeah,
she's married to a man, so yeah, she's bisexual.
All right. So
yeah, so she's bisexual.
All right, Jay, you want to take this away? Because I got nothing on this.
Yeah, let's this.
All right, can you repeat the question? I got to think about this.
All right, so I love women, but I'm married to a man.
So what's the question exactly? They just telling us
no, this one. I'm sorry. So this one is not a question. So this one on our website, for those of you listening, www.brotalktv.com//ask the bros. There's some opportunities for you to just tell some secrets and the opportunity for us to kind of share on that. There's no question in this one, so it's open-ended. My thought is this person probably wants to know what to do. So that's the position I'm going to take. If you love women, but you're married to a man, my question is, do you love men? If you don't, you know, you got to make a decision, right? I would just say, you know, I don't condone, everybody's free to do whatever they want to do, right? I have my preference, you have your preference. All I can say is do what makes you happy. The other fellas might think at a different, but I'll say you do what makes you happy. Jay, what you got, man?
Listen, man. I would say just date both, man. If you married to a man, find you a female, a second female, ask your husband, be like, yo, how you feel about another woman being involved with us? You know, just have that conversation with your husband or boyfriend and go from there. I don't see any man that would not agree to two women.
Oh, you can't say that.
Well, okay, I can't say that.
Few
I can't say that. But yeah, there's very few that say that. Oh, I won't. But then it just depends on the drama as well. So maybe they just want one woman. But I would say explore it. Don't allow her to be herself.
Okay.
And that's all I got to say for it.
All right. Ray, what you got, man?
I mean, this is an interesting topic. Depending on which perspective you're seeing it from. But I think what it boils down to is you got to do what's going to make you happy. You know, I don't like to judge. I mean, I could go and tell you all types of, you know, ways I was raised to think and what my personal beliefs are. But at the end of the day, your happiness is predicated on you and, you know, what you choose to accept and what you want to indulge in. So if you're married to a man, but you love women, you know, I would have to say, take a step back and reflect on, like, how did I get here? You know, if you don't love men, then, you know, why are you married to one? And basically, you know, is life worth living that way when you're going to be, you know, miserable, I guess. But then if you love men too, I mean, you know, to Jay's point, you know, you might be onto something here, you know, might be able to figure something out. And I don't know. I mean, I personally don't indulge or believe in, you know, that kind of relationship, but hey, do you? You obviously got some situations to work it out, man.
Now, before I chime in,
Oh, Lord.
I just want to say, everyone in the chat, we see your comments. It is live. We see everything. Thank you so much, Noah Fisher, the Game Trains. We'll never forget you. Also, we're gonna put Jay's telephone number and his email. Just in case that lady who asked the question, you can reach out to Jay directly.
Nah. Good. You keep that over there.
But listen. We all know my background. We know what I believe in. Though I might not agree with it, at the end of the day, you do have one life. One life. At least one life on this earth. And I'd advise you to live it to what you find as appropriate for yourself. So if it's appropriate to you and it's something that you like, then don't front to yourself. Don't hate on yourself. Do what makes you feel happy when you wake up in the morning.
Is that it?
That is the easiest, most legal way that I can say.
All right. Well,
for our
viewers. All right, for our viewers, we're starting to get more viewers, right? So I'm gonna just
some more outlandish from Alex, man.
I did, man, but hey, it gets better. So for our viewers, we're going through submitted questions from our viewers, our listeners. It gets better. So I found a question that actually we can continue this conversation. It says, "Why won't my husband give me a threesome? He loves women. He loves women, watches them all the time on social media, and loves going to the strip club by himself, sometimes also with his friends. Which he's never taken me. To spice it up, I've offered a threesome not just once, twice, but maybe 10 times, and the answer is always no, no, no. I don't get it."
Okay.
I want to go.
You want to go?
I have to.
Can I take this? All right, Ray, go ahead, man. Go for it.
So this is, first of all, I want to say this is a fully loaded question.
Fully loaded.
Yes.
Wait, Ray. I'm sorry. Before you comment, I just want to say, whatever lady, whoever that is, you're my hero, and I love you. I just want to tell you that. Go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the committed married man approach. All right, and I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of other stuff from the fellas here.
Yeah.
On my side, I'd say I would never indulge in it, just because I know what kind of portals and what kind of different situation can come from involving another woman from the outside of the relationship and bringing them into what should be an intimate setting between a man and a woman in their bed. That being said, that's assuming this is a married individual. So if they're married, then I get it. If y'all ain't married and y'all ain't serious, then I just don't understand. I really don't. As to Alex's point, you my hero too.
Right. No, and so he's the woman that wrote it said, why won't my husband give me a threesome?
Okay,
so
all right.
They are married.
She's saying, all right, You know, that's all it is. He don't want to bring you into a situation where, you know, he might be feeling her more than he feeling you, and you start catching feelings. Like that's real. You know, when y'all in there, you know, you're what he's accustomed to, what he knows. And now you're bringing in something fresh and something new that's different. Might be more attractive. I wouldn't risk it. I just wouldn't risk it. And that's what he's doing. He's protecting his investment. He's protecting his relationship in you. And that's all it is. That's all love.
All right. I would agree with you, Ray. I think that more so he doesn't want to look at him. He don't want to look at. He might feel away, like, oh, I have my wife here. I got some other person. Now, what if I start pulling things out the hat that she ain't never seen before, man? It's it's a different reflection right there, man. There's so many things that goes through a guy's mind. So I think he just say abort the mission. Let me just go to strip club, leave it there, and not bring it home. That's what I think.
All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
All right, first I'm gonna agree with both of y'all, but I'm not gonna play it safe though. So there's two things. One, I hate to say this, but first it just depends on their sexuality. So she may want to explore that, maybe doesn't want to explore that. I'm gonna leave it there. But then the second one is maybe he's attracted to other women, but not sexually. I don't know if that makes sense. Like they like how they look, you know, but bringing them in the bed may bring something more or extra that he does not want to get to. Basically the same thing you guys are saying. I don't know.
Sound pretty safe to me, Jay. You sound pretty safe.
Yeah, pretty safe. Hey, listen, stay there before the dogs start barking.
All I'm gonna say is
just say what you're thinking, man. I can tell you got something else.
Few men would ever turn that down. That's all I'm gonna say. So I have to ask him personally, what is wrong with him? That's all I can say. Because it really, I'm trying to think of mentally what is he thinking. Yeah. And I just can't. I can't connect the dots. Like I don't see where he goes to the strip club without her. So I don't know. Maybe he's cheating, but I don't know. Or maybe he likes a girl at the strip club that he smashed it on the side. I honestly don't know.
I got the perfect answer for you.
You don't want to mix his dessert with his dinner, man. That's all.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know.
They can't touch each other.
Food can't touch, man. Food can't touch.
All right, Alex, man, give us some wisdom, man.
There's only two things it could possibly be. First one is he's 100% gay.
All right, how do you come to that conclusion, man?
What is this?
Yeah, he's 100% gay.
But he sleeps with his wife.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he pretends to sleep with her. Exactly.
See, we need more context. We need more context.
So that's one. And then number two is really the reason I believe. He's probably afraid that his wife will like the threesome so much that now she falls for the same sex, or that he might fall for the opposite sex, and you know it winds up destroying something that him and his wife built. So I'm gonna go with option number two. I don't believe that he's gay, especially if he's going to a strip club. It's kind of tough. But
I think we need to call him on the show.
Yeah, we definitely need to call him. Hey, listen, whoever was that lady who typed that in, please leave your contact information in the email. And then also, just remember, you are my hero. And on top of that, let's get your husband here on the show. We got to ask him a couple questions.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Steve. We got time
another
for another one.
Yeah, man. And for some reason, I'm pulling up all of the ones that need some marriage help, right? So here's one that says, I've been married for 8 years, and I am even more loneliest now than I was when I was single. Why is that?
He don't make you happy. There you go. What she said.
What
got comfortable.
I don't know who she is, but
he stopped doing the things he did in the beginning. all
like
the
buy
shivering
flowers,
stuff.
right? So they can throw it in the garbage.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, things change.
That's
Right?
what it
Before you
was.
used to like flowers, and then now all of a sudden you don't.
He
Things
don't
change.
he don't
man.
even hold the door. He just
They
slam
don't
it in
hold
your
the door.
face.
Somebody said they got comfortable.
Yeah, somebody said
That's
they
a
got
fact.
comfortable. All
And they
right.
said
I
they
ain't gonna
got
lie, man. Do get comfortable.
and lost sight
Women
of
too.
Not just men,
little
women too.
things.
Yeah. You know, people
Listen,
get
I gotta speak
comfortable.
for the women. Y'all can speak for the men. Because we don't
All
got no
right.
woman on this show. So
All
you know,
right, that's fine. So
you gotta take their side.
he got comfortable. So she's lonely now because he got comfortable with it. But I think that everybody has a fair share, a fair part to play
Yeah.
in a marriage, in a relationship. And my thing is, if you're not transparent and if you're unhappy with a situation, it takes a conversation. What is it? Tell them you're not happy. Tell them what it is that you miss. Are you coming off as being nagging, or are you saying, "Hey, man, we were cool. We did this together. Let's go back to that." You're right, Jay. People begin to get comfortable over a period of time. She mentioned 8 years.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You think about grandparents. What do they do to keep things going? Do they just tolerate each other, or do they actually talk about things? Do they watch QVC together and order stuff overnight? Right? What is it? Whatever makes you guys happy, you guys need to go back to that and then begin to explore from there. All right, Jay. Not Jay. Ray. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, it just comes back down to communication, man. If things have changed and it's not exciting anymore, or it's not what you fell in love with, communicate. But also the other piece is people change. So even though maybe nothing changed, but maybe just me, maybe just I changed, maybe just the way I see things, the way I see you, has changed, and I've matured in different ways. All it comes down to is being willing to talk it out, being willing to grow together, being willing to communicate. You don't know what makes someone happy unless you do one thing. And you could play detective if you want to, but the easiest way to do it is just to say, "Hey, what makes you happy?" Let's just communicate, get it over with. You got to communicate.
It's the best thing.
That's really what it comes down to. I think that in that scenario, you just got to communicate.
Relationships could also get boring too.
What's that? Talking get boring?
Relationships. No, I'm saying relationships usually get boring as well. Like y'all do like all the fun stuff. Y'all go to amusement parks or go somewhere else, and then all of a sudden now y'all just sitting in the house all day.
Yeah.
That is
So
true.
it's like the excitement goes away.
It goes away.
The all the things that y'all used to do that made y'all happy just goes away. I guess I can't say that either. Maybe she sees something from somebody else's relationship that they do and that she wish they would do in her relationship. And same thing with him. He may see something in somebody else's relationship that's like, dang, I wish we did it in ours. So just varies on the situations.
You got to
I agree with that.
You got to create that.
Ian Davison, he's following us right now. George Rich, my main man, George. Ian Davison, he's following us right now. And he said, you have to grow together. And he says they both change in different ways. And I agree with that. I'll give you a prime example. I'm married, and I just had 2 kids back to back. So, Ray, you've experienced that. Steve, you experienced that. And when you have 2 kids, especially back to back, all that fun stuff gets cut out because someone got to be up all night with the kids. So I'm working while my wife is up with the kids, and she's working while I'm up with the kids, and we don't get the time to see and interact with each other, though we in the same house. Now, that doesn't mean that I got comfortable. It doesn't mean that she got comfortable. It was just other circumstances that came in that took priority over our selfish happiness. So it's I can't blame her and I can't blame myself.
So you're
situations
saying
that we were put in.
So you're saying that kids can make your life boring?
Oh no, that's not what we're saying, Jay.
No.
All right, Jay's avoiding the business right now. We are talking. We going on the ledge right now.
I gotta say this though. Wait.
The childless husband wouldn't say something like that.
I know, right?
I told you.
I'm just saying.
But I have to say
He's
this.
like, get in here, rush it.
I ain't gonna lie. For me, I feel like kids make it makes it more exciting because you have
True.
kids brings that excitement. So that's why I see it from that point of view. So that's what I'm asking if from your side is kids.
No,
The
it
reason
doesn't
why
make the relationship boring, but it does put a strain on the relationship. So just imagine it's just you and your intimate one, right? Just like that. I'll make sure I see it in the camera. Just that's it. Just y'all two. But now you get a child, and when you get a child, it now is like this. So you see the child is in the middle. No matter what, the child is in between this parent and that parent. No matter what. Now imagine you get 2, 3, 4,
4, 5, 6.
Hey, sounds good.
You see
You ran out of fingers there, Alex.
Testify,
Exactly.
testify, Alex.
So now you see the separation between the father and the mother, and it's not so much that they're separated, but there's just other important factors in between y'all. Esmeralda says, "F them kids. I used to not love kids, and here I am."
Oh God.
I want to know how many kids this another guy, because you sound like she's busy.
Yeah, right.
So a lot of times it's tough, man. It's tough. So you gotta keep in the back of your mind, like, yo, at the end of the day, I love my woman, and this is just temporary. As time progresses, things gonna change, and that's it. Try and spice it up whenever you can.
Right, and let me add to that. So Jay, just
Get
so we can talk you off the ledge. The issue is when two people are trying to focus so much on the children, when they're done, they're just tired, right? And that's just and then when you have Alex ran out of fingers, and he had a lot of space in between there. Like it's like, man, I need to take a nap in the day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just you're exhausted. So what happens is you can, if you're not intentional about it, you can lose sight of that relationship that you had in that foundation, right? That connection. Okay. You're walking around with slippers and a long dress all day, right? And you're not saying, hey, let me put on something nice, right? I was at that place at one point. So what I did was I created date nights, and I said, nothing's going to move that date night, right? Where we find a babysitter, we plan around that as a calendar event. It's just like if you had a meeting, that's how you can kind of stay on track, whether it's once a week, try once every 2 weeks, and then after that, you do it once a week, then maybe twice a week, and you just make it more routine. So you just have to be intentional about it, and it can work.
Thanks.
Right. I have another question, but before I go, if you guys have questions in the comments, we'll take them. Right, Alex, I think you're a monitor on that, so you can jump in at any point if you want to just throw it out there. We'd be more than happy to take them. So here I have one topic that says tell us your secrets. This one says, I love my girl. So we know it's a guy. At least we think it's a guy. I love my girl, but I don't like her kids. They are spoiled and arrogant little brats. I try talking to her, but she's one of those, in parentheses, you can't tell me nothing about my kid's woman. He said, what should I do? He looked like he's really he needs help.
Let me show you. Let me show you exactly what to do.
Come on, man. Don't. No,
that's
not the perfect form.
Perfect form.
Terrible form.
That's it.
Oh man.
Listen, man. You hear that, brother?
That's what that run looked like.
It did.
Listen, get to running. The moment that your opinion has no weight in a relationship, it is time for you to create your exit. That is it. Her kids, you don't like the kids. That's already the first flag. But all right. But now you bring up to her and you say, hey, your kids are a little spoiled and all that. And her response is, if that's her response, it is time to go, my brother.
Shout out to Marshall.
Marshall, who was on our show the other day with Flight 33. Look like you're doing a commercial right now, man. Jeez, mine's are done, so I can't even taste it with you.
Saying, I know it's kind of probably backwards in the camera, but I'm just saying.
We can read it. We can read it.
You see, I've been putting
Flight 33, rum punch.
Yeah, rum punch, Flight 33.
This is dope.
Quick commercial break.
Yeah. So I hear you, Alex, man.
Justisha, That's exactly what she's saying. She agrees with me. She said, if sis is not willing to value his opinion, it will not work. This will be a constant issue.
Yep.
Who else going? All I'm gonna say is, just watch the movie. I think it's called "Are You There Yet?" That's what Ice Cube and them kids. Yeah, just watch that movie and I answer everything. There you go.
That's the
Problem
movie from
solved.
hell.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, didn't they he endured it and they were together, right?
Yeah.
He won them over.
So
you saying,
if he
it's
wants
hard work.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
All right.
So I got tell you to run. The other one is to do the hard work.
Here's what I say. If you in a relationship with somebody and they already have kids, you gotta fall in love with those kids if it's really ever gonna work and you gonna be happy. Because she might be happy, she just glad that she got somebody who loves her and is willing to put up with the kids. But you don't want to put up with kids. You want to love them. And the kids deserve that too. So what I would say is if you're going to pursue that and continue to be in that relationship, you really got to take a step back and say, okay, there's a lot of baggage here. Am I willing to unpack it? And not only that, am I willing to unpack it and then invest in that and, really spend some time? Because, kids are fragile, man. Last thing that person should want to do is invite someone into their kid's life that's not going to be permanent. And it's already bad enough that, I don't know what the situation is, why the father's not around, but it's already bad enough that, they're missing that father figure. But then to bring someone in who hopefully could be a father figure or at least a male in their life, you got to make sure that you're ready for that. It's a huge responsibility. And I think the father, assuming that they're just separated, I think the father would agree with that. And I think the mother that you're dating would agree with that as well. So think of it from that perspective before you move on to anything more serious.
Yeah. I don't think I even answered, right? I don't think I answered, but I would just say if you are committed to somebody, you just you have to compromise. You got to be willing to share how you feel, and you guys should be able to work together for the greater good, right? I'm going to put all the effort in, just like Jay said. Are we there yet? I can understand that, right? You endure, but one guy can do but so much. So it has to have it goes back to having a conversation, and value, in my opinion. And if you want it to work, then you'll be willing to make some adjustments.
That's a fact.
Right. Steve, just to comment on that, we got Carolyn Newman. She's phenomenal. She started a breast cancer awareness foundation. It's just phenomenal. Her response is, the only reason we have kids is tequila.
Oh man.
And also Sheed from YouTube, he says, I'm a stepfather. Congratulations, my brother. That's no easy task, but I'm glad you stepped up to it. And I hope that the woman you with, that she respects you and that the kids respects you just as much as you should be.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
All right, so go ahead, Steve. What's the next question?
All right, man. So again, the big shout out to a lot of our viewers for filtering in these questions. Again, if you're listening to us, go to www.brotalktv.com/ask the bros, and they'll pop up, and I would be able to ask that question. You can do it anonymously, so you don't have to do it in the chat, or you can do it in the chat. Next one that says, should one marry because they're expecting? In other words, I got pregnant with my one night stand. Should we get married?
I mean,
oh Lord,
I feel like that's all right. I'm gonna respect the question. I'm gonna respect the question, but I do feel like anyone with some sense would, at least in this day and age, okay, let me make sure I put that context around it, would say that's not a good reason to marry somebody. A moment of entertainment and fun does not mean, even though there's consequences, that does not mean that you need to now be married to that person just because of that reason. Now, if you had a one night stand with somebody and you fell in love with them afterwards, and the baby's here and whatever, hey, that's a fairy tale, that's great. But in reality, that's a ticking time bomb just waiting to happen. You're gonna get married for all the wrong reasons, You're gonna be up there, somebody gonna be in your wedding talking about some. I know why he shouldn't get married. I know why he shouldn't get married, because chances are if you had a one night stand with her, you might have had a one night stand with half the other folks that's in the in the church.
Okay.
You gotta be careful, man. You setting up just because one person told you that they was pregnant, you gonna marry them. Not a good idea. Think that one through, my brother. I don't know who that is, but I want to talk to you to give you some wisdom, because I don't know what that is, but
so Ray, let me clarify. I think it was a woman saying that I'm pregnant. Yeah.
Oh, so
I think it's flipped, man.
She got pregnant, and she said, should she get married to him? I know, right? It's the same thing, though. It's still the same thing. Just roles reversed.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Justicia just said, absolutely not. You slipped. Yeah. Co-parent and just keep on moving. Keep on.
I like that. What'd you say her name was?
Justicia.
Justicia, you got the wisdom.
Yeah, sure, man. I got you on that.
I'm gonna comment on it real quick, and I'm always transparent on the show. I am one of those who slipped and had a child during a one night stand encounter. And I'm telling you this right now, it did not make us any closer. It did not make me want to marry her. It did not make her want to marry me. Well, maybe she wanted to marry me, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't have worked out. And the reason it wouldn't have worked out because the mind frames were never connected. We weren't friends. So just imagine you're not friends. You're not friends, and you're talking about getting married. You don't talk. You don't hang out. You don't date. You don't do anything intimate other than just a sexual relation. And unfortunately, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So don't be like me.
Oh, man.
All right, Jay, what you got, man?
Yeah, I would just say
what's
no.
Your thoughts, Jay?
I'm going to just say no. I'm going to just play it safe and say, nah, don't do it. I don't think it's a good idea. Mainly because just having a kid doesn't make y'all compatible with each other. Y'all can just have sex is nothing. It doesn't bring y'all closer or anything like that. The kid is not going to bring y'all closer. It might, but to be honest, y'all not going to be happy. But I know in some religions, once you get pregnant, you will. They feel like you have to get married to that person. So it just varies on that person as well. But if you're not in that type of situation, I would just say no. It's not worth it. Just co-parent.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
What'd you say, Steve?
I would agree with Jay on that one. Like, you have to understand, at least for me, I love my kids. Right? Kids they're innocent. They didn't ask for y'all to sleep together to be born. So if you create a environment being forced, you guys are not compatible. You guys don't like each other. You guys just like the act of being intimate, and that we change pretty much is a one night stand. So you can change partners at any point, right? Yeah. Do what's in the best interest of the child, and being around a hostile environment or if you're not compatible, you might bump heads a lot, argue a lot. You're exposing the child to that. So it's better to say, hey, we mutually understand the situation. At least we can show a dad and a mom co-parenting together for the sake of the child. So I don't think we should get married. That's a recipe for disaster. However, I know a lot of women have that on their checklist, if you will. Get married, checkbox. I'm just putting it out there. So,
that's true.
Some women would go through great lengths to check that box off, right? The condom broke. You know what? If you say so, that's what happened. Right? I'm gonna put it out there. So listen, I got nobody out there that I slept with in a one night stand and got pregnant. I'm just putting it out there for our viewers and listeners. So I would say don't do it. Don't do it at all.
Facts.
Yeah. And that kind of rolls into my next question. I don't know how I'm picking the right questions. The question was, should me and my husband are going through some situation, should we stay together for the kids?
No, man.
For the sake of the kids.
We got to choose a different. Everything is marriage. And
it is, man.
All right, I got one. I got one.
Hey, man, this is what our viewers want to hear, man.
So we answering that one or no? Because I got one.
No, go ahead, Jay. Go
real
ahead.
quick. No.
Yeah, we can answer
the question one time because I didn't really hear the question.
So it is saying that me and my husband are married. We're having problems. Should we stay together just for the sake of the kids? So that was the question. Right. No, and I don't want to pass over this only because I asked this and we have our viewers, right? I'm going to say, I don't think for the sake of the kids, but you can have a healthy co-parenting relationship if you guys have differences. Nobody wants to have their mom and dad always arguing and being miserable because they're going to think that's the way of life. Like they're going to think that that's okay. Right. So I would say, even though it's hard, easier said than done, I would say no. That's just my opinion.
I'm with you on that one, Steve. Just co-parent. Yeah. Toxic relationship could trickle down to your kids, and it could affect your kids' relationship with you as well. So they see y'all arguing, they start disrespecting the parents. It could go either way. So I would say no, don't do it. Ray.
I mean, I'm with you, man. I ain't got much to say on this. I ain't got much to say on this. And I'm gonna roll with what you said. I just co-parent call today and just take your loss, man. Take your loss and move on. Yeah. Give me something else, man. Unless Alex got something to add on. I want to talk about something.
I'll just add on real quick. Ian Davidson, he said that they should date, and I agree with that.
Who should date?
Who should date?
Like he's referring back to the first one, like if they got pregnant and all that. All right, well, you should date. Try. And date first.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
And then see if it's possible. And then if it's not possible, then you end up in the second question, and you just raise the kids, co-parent. Whatever you do, don't. If you try to stay together for the kids, it's not going to work.
Absolutely.
At least not mentally.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Anybody else got some questions? Because I'm tired of being Dr. Phil on the marriage point.
I got one. It says, how do you feel about people who have high standards? So you're not married, nothing that you want to date somebody, but you have high standards. How do you feel about people who have high standards? When they have like, this guy got to have 6 figures before I could date them.
No, that's not high standard. That's a gold digger.
But
I see your point. I see your point, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm just putting it out there, man.
All
hey,
right,
Ray,
so,
you need to pour me some of that, man.
All right, let me give you another example. They gotta look a certain way. They gotta be this tall. They gotta be 6'4" and light skin or tattooed. Like they have like these high standards where they feel like I see that, Ray. Where
I mean, so here, let me jump in on that because I hear what you're saying, but your examples is not connecting the dots, right? So those examples is somebody, and I know there's a lot of women. There's a lot. I'm looking at these comments. And there's a lot of women out there that does have these standards, but those are not standards. That's just being vain, in my opinion, right? You got to look a certain way. You got to have. Having standards is you have to have a job. You have to treat me with respect. You gotta, we talk about.
That's your definition of standards, though.
You're right. I'll digress. That's what I would think. But I look at those as standards. Right? You're defending them, Jay.
I'm just saying.
My thing is you got to be with somebody that have the same level of standards as you. Period.
Okay.
Because that's the only way you can reciprocate it. So I'm not gonna go into the define whose standards and what are standards. All I'm saying is if you're gonna be with somebody, you have to match the standards in order for it to work. And I'll step out. Because somebody said, what's wrong with that? I'm reading these comments.
Hey, that's Tammy B. That's Tammy. I'm a woman.
Oh, my girl Tammy. What's up, Tammy?
I'm a woman. Tammy. So listen, my thoughts on that is that's sort of like my non-negotiables. So in everything I do in life, I have a specific thing that no matter what, once it hits this, then there's no going back. I just can't do it. So for me, I can understand how she feels. I mean, she should have some type of standards, and she should know what she like. One of the best things about dealing with specific people is that they know what they like. And when they know what they like, now you know what to bring to them. Versus, you know, I mean, I never forget. You know, when I was younger, I used to think I was the flyest thing around. I remember one girl, she told me straight up, she was like, I don't date light skinned guys. And I was looking at her stupid, like, what?
She don't know what she don't know, bro.
Yeah, like you just don't know. But you know what? At the end of the day, I respect that because she's like, yo, I don't like light skinned guys. She knows what she likes. Okay, you ain't waste my time. Matter of fact, give a special shout out to her. Just for the fact she didn't waste my time.
Oh, God.
Special shout out.
Shout out to the girlfriend that never was.
Exactly. Save me time and energy, man.
All right.
What's your thoughts, Ray?
I mean, I'm kind of rocking with what you're saying, Alex. You know, at the end of the day, that actually cuts out a lot of the mystery, which as a guy, you know, I get tired of playing detective sometimes, man.
Damn, Detective Ray, God.
I'm not trying to always, you know, figure out what you like. If you got your standards, lay them out. And if I'm not meeting them, then hey, if you still want to grow with me and build with me, then we'll do that. If you want to do it on your own or go find somebody that's already got it put together and, you know, get a little care package, then go ahead and do that. But at least we can be straight up front and I can know where we stand and, you know, I can know if we stand together or not. And, you know, I respect that.
Damn, I respect that, Ray.
I respect that, Ray, too, man.
Yeah.
That's some good wisdom there.
All right, Jay, we got time for one more question.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good, juicy one. You got any questions, Ray? You know what?
Nah,
We'll also take one live on the screen too.
Yeah, we can take one live because I'm trying to think of one now.
Okay.
Yeah, if y'all got questions, man, drop them in the comments.
Yeah, if y'all got a question,
watching.
put it in the comment. And the first one, we'll jump on that right now. I'm gonna go in my email and check because I know I had a whole bunch of them coming in a couple of days.
Yeah. All of mine is pretty lengthy. We do have some more, but we're gonna pick them up on another segment.
Yeah,
I want to really get our viewers and listeners comment questions so we can actually talk about them, just so we can be a little bit engaging.
Yeah, so just remember, everyone, brotalktv.com, brotalktv.com. You'll see all our podcasts, all the different things we talk about, and we talk about a vast range of things. We're talking about a woman who created her own rum punch. We had one who had the cure for herpes. We had one who talked about oils.
This ain't the cure. This ain't the cure. This is the rum punch.
Yeah. That's not
It's
the
all
cure.
red. The red cure over there, man.
That is not the cure.
Oh man.
We had another one who did hair oils on how to regrow hair and how to fix the dry patch on the beards. We had another one who had breast cancer and who was a survivor and who was speaking on how to deal with it and how to cope with it. We have so many different topics and ranges to choose from. I like this one. Sheed, I got to give you props on this one. He said, how men talk on women, negative behavior. Sheed, you got to elaborate a little bit more on that, because the way I'm thinking of it is like, how do you talk to women who got an attitude? But I just want to make sure before I answer this question that I am speaking it exactly the way you are presenting it, because that's the way I'm thinking of it. Is that what you're saying, Sheed? How men talk to women with negative behavior? Okay, so we're going to assume that it is. So everyone knows that I have a Jamaican descent. And in my Jamaican background, there's a three-letter word that we deal with women who have a negative attitude. I'll spell it out for you. B-A-X.
Really?
If they get out of hand, you give them one good Jamaican box. And usually that straightens out a lot of things. What do you think, Jay?
So
I don't agree.
I like you went straight to me. Like, no.
And viewers,
I do not agree.
we did a segment on domestic violence. We're only joking.
Yeah, yeah, we're only joking.
We do not condone domestic violence.
We don't.
But no, on a serious note, how you deal with a woman. So for me, that is one of my non-negotiables. So if I notice that you have an attitude and I present it to you and I say, hey, I don't like the way you talk to me or the way you treat me when it comes to these things and that things. And if her response is nonchalant or she just is like, well, this is just who I am. You just have to accept me for who I am. Then there you go. I got to let you go.
Yeah. I let me jump in on that one. I hear what you're saying. But I'm the type, I'm the approach because I'm just like a teacher by nature, right? That's just, I enjoy trying to teach. So I'm going to call it out, and maybe you don't realize it's negative, given the benefit of the doubt. And if you're willing to make changes or adjust within yourself, not me forcing you, but once you get called out, you're willing to make adjustments because it's being pointed out, then all right, cool. But if not, yeah, I'll wash my hands from you real quick. That's just my approach. No guy like to be unhappy. One thing, cheat code women, guys like peace and happiness.
Come on,
right?
now.
So
Preach,
if
Pastor.
you start giving a bunch of nagging and talking and attitude, man, that's probably why that one was always at the strip club and won't want to bring the fun to the house. I'm just putting it out there, man. We want some peace. All right, so let me just, I'm gonna leave it.
That's
at
why
that,
he
man.
don't want that threesome. He's like, oh,
That's why he
no.
don't want that threesome.
He even ruined his happiness.
Oh man.
What's your thoughts, Ray?
I mean, I weigh in. So Steve actually took the word I was going to use. He said, men love peace and happiness. What I was going to say is, to all the women out there, be his peace. Peace. Be his peace. There's a lot of craziness, a lot of foolishness going on out here.
Wait. I'm sorry, Ray. Sorry to interrupt you. I need you to repeat that one more time. Jamaican style. There you go. Go ahead. Please repeat that one more time.
Be his peace. Peace. It's a lot of foolishness going on out here, especially when someone's working hard. They at work, they're dealing with coworkers, they're dealing with all kinds of different personalities, they're dealing with people cutting them off on the road, they're dealing with people cussing them out, just trying to buy groceries. The last thing a dude wants to do is come back home to negativity and pessimistic and behavior. So I just say you got to be his peace, and it goes both ways. Be your woman's peace too. Make sure that if for nobody else, at least y'all did for each other, and make sure you can always have that safe zone where y'all can have healthy communication. But once y'all get that communication, y'all in that point where y'all living together, hopefully y'all did it in order, became friends. If y'all decide to get married, great. But or whatever, once y'all commit to each other fully and be committed to being their peace at all times. So, they never have to go to you and be, worried about stressing out because you're going to stress him out about, some foolishness. I ain't saying box him, but don't give him no foolishness. That's my Jamaican to me. Don't bring me no foolishness.
Yeah, that's right. Don't bring me no foolishness. Now, hold on, Jay. Before you comment, I got to give a very, very special shout out to Diana. We had Diana on the show. And she was, remember she was talking about the hair oils and things like that. So if you start seeing in a couple weeks my beard connecting and I'm on beard game
every night, man. I've been putting it in, man.
That's all thanks to her. So
I had
very,
to
very
twice already.
special shout out to Delightful D's. Now I got what's her name? Justicia. She said, and tell me if y'all agree with this. And this is right before Jay comes on and speaks. She says, speak to the queen in her. If she doesn't respond, bow out of those courts gracefully. She's not ready to allow a king to break those chains.
Oh, I like that.
Listen, I don't even got to say nothing. After that, I cannot follow up on that, bro. I should have spoke first. I ain't say nothing. After that,
Jason, I passed.
That's it.
Yo, I feel you on that. I wanted to give a shout out to Sheed because he's he said when they show you who are, believe it 100%. And I like what he means by that. But I always give the opportunity. At some point, somebody might have a breaking point and they realize I'm doing things all wrong. And at some point, somebody might say I can be connected to someone that actually helps me change and make a transition, right? You never know if that's the point that you're meeting someone that have that negative attitude. So it's worth a shot to at least entertain that conversation, especially if you see the good qualifications in somebody. Because I'm sure you're not going to go to somebody and say, "Oh, they have a bad attitude. Let me go try talking to them. Like, let's try to be together." Right? You probably seen some good qualities, so why not give a shot and opportunity for you to speak to them and see if that can help them be a better person while they can help you be a better person. So I'll just drop that.
Definitely. So Sheed, your new name is now Pastor Sheed.
Pastor Sheed.
Well, now big up yourself, Sheed. Big up yourself, Sheed.
She said it takes 3 or 10 relationships. That's yes. He's had enough.
Sheed had enough.
Yeah, we feel you, man. It's not me, it's her.
We all been there, man. So listen, man, this was phenomenal, man. I love this. What's y'all thoughts? I loved it.
I love it,
man. You do it a little bit more often live, man. Yeah, my wife's Jamaican. Sheed, man. Hang up, Sheed. Hang up. He is going in.
She might give you a Jamaican box.
You might need to be a guest on our show, man.
Oh, yeah, bro. My bad, man. We just set you up, bro.
Like this.
The moment she do this, just go to your
duck, man. Duck.
Oh, man. So, we just want to give a special shout out to everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. You know how it is. We love it. It's an amazing thing. And I'm here with my brothers. Everyone, peace. Be safe.
Peace out, man. Be safe.
Man. Peace.
Thank you.
Safe.